and if he has the capacity to profit by the social study for which he seeks aid. The amount of each scholarship granted will be based on the average cost of a comparable program of study at an accredited, recognized institution in Georgia, but the scholarship may be used at an accredited and recognized institution located elsewhere. All recipients must repay scholarships in one of the following methods: by practicing his profession in a community or site of employment approved by the Commission for 1 year. For each year, the scholarship is financed in cash, and if he doesn't elect to do that, then he must pay it in cash with interest at the rate of 6% annum when approved by the Commission. Now, as you know, Medicare was signed into law, and that is not incidentally in my written report because we haven't had a digest of that Medicare bill yet, and we're not in a position to say just what the recommendation of the bill and what the effects of the bill may be. However, Medicare is a misnomer because it is not properly named, in my opinion, because it does not cover medical care. Now, you may, there's so many ramifications of it that it's hard to go into it and say what the benefits will be. However, I'll say this. I did look this up, and I feel that what the figures I have, I feel that they are correct. We are, every person, every employed person is now paying 3.10% of his salary in Social Security, and his employer is paying the same amount, which means that the Social Security tax at the present time is 7 2/10% of the salary of everybody. And on January the 1st, it will be 8 2/10%. On January the 1st, 1966, it will be 8 2/10%. And everyone will be required to pay an increase of $103.20 per year in Social Security tax. That the individual will pay that much. The hospital will have to pay. In other words, there's an increase of $203, an average, this is an average figure, of $206.40 more will be paid in Social Security in 1966 than is paid in 1965. So our Social Security taxes will certainly have an advance, and by 1970 they will be advanced still more, but I wouldn't venture to guess what it might be. But if I do get the figures, I will let you know.
Thank you, Ms. Hudson. Membership and credentials, Ms. Davis. We have a total of 1,103 members and 6 associates. And breaking these down, we have 7 members in CESR section, 110 members in EACP section, 212 with 1 associate in the administrative section, 106 with 2 associates in the general duty section, do have 4 national schools.
Thank you so much. Public relations, thank you.
Well, we just had a very good response during Nurse Week, in one of the best years, and that covers it. We had newspaper, radio, and window display.
Is Ms. White still here? She needs a report, regular report, does anybody? I don't believe there were any recommendations. She didn't need a report. She didn't need the report with anybody, Ms. White, celebrate the community. Yeah. Well, she read it, but we haven't had it. Official publication,
We have 76 AJN subscriptions that went through the office.
may we have the recommendations from the section? Brittany Exall,
No recommendation.
no recommendation. VACT is Ms. Second here. She's gone. Is there a report from the administrative section, Ms. Howard? General duty, Ms. Thompson. Occupational health, Ms. Sanders. Public health, Ms. Hasty, do you have a recommendation?
We have no recommendation.
Private duty, Ms. Zerd, no recommendation.
Ms. Shaw, I've got a recommendation. I think that we are acting down here to disgrace our profession. And for private duty, I won't say that we're very dissatisfied and unhappy, and I don't feel like going out and getting any members for this association. You know, the circumstances, we're making our own laws, we're leaving the national laws, we're leaving the Constitution of the United States.
We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Garland. And on this second vote we had today, it's entirely illegal. We had the first vote, 4 nurses voted and left through with the understanding that vote would be counted. 3 nurses came into the room and voted after Mrs. May said the door would be closed. I move that vote is entirely illegal. And I would like to make an appeal to all the nurses here, if we can't get along well, let's quit meeting. Let's have these things by mail because we endanger our eternal souls with all this bickering. Now, I don't know who is back of all this little plum picking block gathering, but it's simple and it's wicked. And whoever's doing it should think and pray and ask God to forgive them. Because nurses should be kind of kept close to the Lord and look at their work in a Christian way. Now, we've had some absolutely ugly attitudes, like this big mannish, stuff like this down here, say that's ugly, we shouldn't have it. And I object to it. And thank you very much.
May we have a... Young lady, I asked to have the bill closed, but I was not recognized.
If the thing, if I beg your pardon, Miss Mason, if the thing set the other way, you talk the other way.
I did ask to have
I
the
will
bill
say, Miss Mason, since you've been on our register, we've had more discord and unhappiness.
Well, that's all.
And I will say that that is what you are doing to us.
I'm off on it. May we have a report on the Committee on Vocational Training?
Excuse me, I would like to say that the door was closed with the exception of Miss Woody, and her name is mentioned that she had gone out and was excused. She was the only person who entered the door until the vote was counted.
Now, there's a card. 3 people
Well,
came in
they,
the door.
no one did.
3 people came in the door.
The order of the business of the day has been
I'm going to
closed.
stop the disorder today.
May we have a report from Ms. Ryan? Where's Ms. Ryan? Is she needs to?
No report is gone.
No recommendation?
No recommendation.
Thank you. Advisory committee to the register of hands. The advisory for the year was to serve an advisory capacity to the professional nurses registered and study ways and means whereby the patients of metropolitan Atlanta may receive better nursing care. The accomplishment through well-attended meetings with representation from Nursing Service Administration and Medical Association appeared of frustration was manifested in that there was some delay in the validity of the activities of the advisory group. The committee brings the suggestion, but no recommendation, that to have an opportunity to function with the support and understanding of the organization.
Thank you, Ms. Henry.
Thank you.
Is Ms. Mallory here? Career Committee? She doesn't have any recommendations in her report, and I believe, but some suggestions for the next committee. We had a recommendation to the board from the, Ms. Fitzpatrick, the insurance, and Ms. Fitzpatrick, the board did act on your recommendation, and I believe your request for a meeting on insurance, will be turned over to the program committee. Is that all right? Did Ms. Rosa Crane leave? We don't have a report from the study committee of the AMA fund.
We have a meeting scheduled on the 15th.
The secretary reported to you that the board reviewed the map of redistricting Georgia State Nurses Association. I had hoped Mrs. Dixon would be here to present this. She knows a lot more about state districts than I do.
In fact, yeah, I think maybe I could just hold it better than try to move it and show you how that is going.
The GSNA board would like an opinion from the district on this plan. I believe there are two counties, 250, and maybe Ms. Hudson will find those other, 200 members, to make out 1,300 membership if we can add these two counties. Two counties of McDonough and Clayton. And then, instead of splitting the district at the river, they're going to give all of Cobb County to 13. And I don't know how happy we're going to be. Well, you see, it's this side of the river that's been going 13. And now they want to have the river for the boundaries, and all of course will be in this.
What counties then would be in this year?
Portland, DeKalb, Rockdale, and Newton at present are in this district, and they are adding Clayton as women. There are a total of 2,691 registered nurses, and the
15. And the reason that this is redone is because of travel. So many nurses would have to travel such a great, over 100 miles, I think, in some places. And that's the reason they wanted to redistrict this so that the girls would not have far to go to attend their district association meeting. Isn't that right?
I'm sure that is, that's what she suggested, yes. I think,
I was just gonna make a motion
Yes,
that we
yes,
go,
please.
report to the Georgia State Nurses Association, that we are in favor of this redistricting of the GSNA.
I'll second that. It will be voted on in the state.
Yes, I think, Ms. We have a motion and a second to approve the plan as presented by the Georgia State Nurses Association for redistricting. Ms. Mayor?
If we are in favor of this redistricting, we should, I think, consider the wishes of, Clayton and, Henry County.
That's right.
If they want to come into the fifth district, I would be in favor of it. I wonder if that could be, as well, to add that to her motion. I don't want to, approve anything unless the county is involved with, approve.
You want to add that to your motion as well, if this is agreeable to the affected Henry and Clayton County. Ms. Dixie,
I just have a question, is each district association going to vote on this, and
They
this
already
is
have.
final, or will this then send it to the state organization? This is the first time I've heard of it.
I think the other districts have acted on this. We felt that probably at an annual meeting, we'd have more people to know about it and vote on it. So we delayed ours for this time. And Francis also. Ms. Wells' motion is the fifth district report to GSNA their approval of the redistricting of Georgia State Nurses Association if the two counties, Henry and Clayton County, are agreeable. And second by Francis Dodge. Is there further discussion? Those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Contrary, no. We'll ask the secretary to so advise the Georgia State Nurses Association.
They're going to build another, a big hospital out in Clayton in Jonesboro, I think, so that's
More nurses, track nurses.
Would this affect the, prosecuting, association in that we go to the fifth district area without a head in charge? I know, but including two more counties, that we would be required to go to these two counties to nurse without charging, gasoline,
mileage.
mileage? I mean, would that affect us in that respect?
Well, it's a lot of involved in Jonesboro than it is to, down to, Marietta, not Marietta, but to, Covington, and Covington is in Rockville, which is in the fifth district. And I don't know if that's ever come up about anybody going there. It's certainly not across Jonesboro to the Covington.
Depends on what area the county live in, though.
I think it's not, I don't think that it could ever come up.
This completes the agenda for today. We don't have any unfinished business, I don't believe, new business, redistricting, you suggesting 2 meetings,
On the annual meeting,
for each district meeting or just the annual meeting?
I believe we could create more interest if we had 2 meetings on each meeting day. We have our, how to do that, and it works beautifully.
I guess the night shift chance to come on in the morning, so I can get up the next minute for the children at home and come on. And you always,
Not only them, but if you use the
it's a 3:11 shift, so 3:11 shift at 4 o'clock is now done.
So this is a district meeting, this doesn't,
You only have to attend one.
But what's going to keep people from wanting to, from attending both of them, voting in both of them? Are you going to keep regular attendance? We have in our annual election, we have a meeting like we have tonight.
But I really don't know anybody that would do that.
Well, the question was raised tonight about this honesty in some of them. Ms. Garland, does this entail changing the bylaws to make this?
You have to change the bylaws.
they'll have to go as recommendations to bylaws committee, but there's a bylaws committee.
Madam President, I believe what you're referring to, that, in the privacy section, we had a 10 o'clock meeting and a 4 o'clock meeting. And it gave a chance to the ones that were on whatever shift that they could attend, which was a very convenient thing, and it would be convenient for hospital personnel and others involved, and I think public health could come whenever they wanted to, so they can leave their jobs and attend meetings of the well, if they have scheduled clinics, they can come together, just like we do, and I think that's what she's really referring to, and it would not work a hardship, I believe, on anyone, and I think that probably may get more people from our general duty section, and some of the sections that don't attend. We sign a lot of it, and yes, we do. We check the voting card.
I don't object to this call. I think, I see the logic in it, certainly, but I do think that we should consider the officers. How much time can an officer give, to something like this?
4 times a year.
This would be a tremendous, pull on their time.